subject verb agreement and sentence construction. Okay, so already I have spoken in one of the classes about S plus V plus O. Okay, subject plus verb plus object. So we have seen verbs independently. We've seen enough of parts of speech. Now we are going to put all these things into a sentence. Like how mother cooks in the kitchen. Okay, there are individual ingredients. To prepare something, what she has to do, she has to put everything together, okay, in a proper order for her to cook tasty meal for you. Like that, whatever we independently learnt as parts of speech, we are going to put it into a sentence and make meaningful sentences. So to form meaningful sentences, I want you to understand that there are three basic sentence structures. Number one is S plus V plus O. Sentence, subject plus verb plus object. Sometimes for people to remember something, we can say something funny. So I will say orange. Okay, I'll say orange. Next is subject plus verb plus A, which is subject plus verb plus adverb. And the third one is subject plus verb plus complement. These are the three basic sentence structures. Only from these three basic structures, you have all those big structures, you have big novels written and all that. So S plus V plus O I have explained, but still before I move on to S plus V plus A, I will once again explain S plus V plus O. Okay, so the first example that you can see here, so first I have given you pronoun example, then I have given you noun example. I have given you noun in singular and noun in plural. So I have a system in which I have prepared this slide. So if you pay attention to the slide, you will understand so much at the same time. The first thing is a pronoun. Okay, I, we, you, they. Okay, how you have to read it is I call him. Okay, subject plus verb plus object. Okay, and to find out whether a sentence has an object in it, you have to ask two questions. Okay, the first question is what, the other question is whom. What you get as an answer, if you get an answer to what or whom, then there is object in that sentence. Otherwise, there is no object in that sentence. Okay, for example, I am asking a question. I call whom? I call him. So him is the object. So I want you to understand in an S plus V plus O, okay, S plus V plus O, number one is a noun or pronoun, number two is verb, and number three is again noun or pronoun. So as you can see it for yourself, I is a pronoun and him is also a pronoun. So 1 is equal to 3, a small max. This you can call this sentence as 1, 2, 3. S plus V plus O is 1, 2, 3. S plus V plus A is 1, 2, 3. S plus V plus C is 1, 2, 3. So in this 1, 2, 3 in S plus V plus O alone, I would like to tell you the first number 1 and number 3 are the same. Why am I saying number 1 and number 3 are the same? Because number 1 is also a noun or a pronoun and number 3 is also a noun or a pronoun, and that's the example I have given you there. I call him, we call him, you call him, they call him. They call who? We call who? You call who? Appadina answer enna varudhu? Call him. So that is the object. Okay. So next sentence, he calls him. So I have highlighted calls because you should not make mistake in the present tense. Third person singular, present tense takes yes. That is the rule. Okay. Third person singular, present tense takes yes. So he calls him, she calls him, it calls him. So it takes an S. Again it answers the question whom. She calls whom, she calls him. Okay. Next, the same S plus V plus O sentence, I am doing it with a noun. So people please understand, in a test I can ask you questions. Replace the pronoun with a noun. Okay. How do you write a sentence? Okay. Subject verb agreement. Write a subject verb agreement with a noun. Write a subject verb agreement with a pronoun. If I ask you, you should be in a position to tell me. So the same sentence, I haven't even changed the verb because I don't want you to get confused. I've given you an example with the noun. S plus V plus O with noun. The teacher calls the students. The teacher calls whom? The teacher calls the students. Okay, S plus V plus O, subject plus verb plus object. இப்போ வந்து I'm making the noun into plural. Okay, the teacher becomes teachers. அப்போ the teachers சொல்லும்போது subject verb agreement. We are learning two things at the same time. We are learning sentence structure as well as subject verb agreement. Okay, so the teacher calls the students, but the teachers call the student. Okay, so I want you to see the எப்படி வந்து subject வந்து அதோட verb ஓட the subject has to agree with its verb. Okay, so teacher is calls because she calls தானே. I call, we call, you call, they call, he calls, she calls, it calls. So he, she, it is singular. Okay, he, she, it singular. So here teacher calls becomes a singular verb and it takes S. So the teacher calls the students. The teachers call the students. I think that much is clear. Next, I have given you one more example. The student. The student breaks the promise. Ipo paranga, instead of whom, it answers the question what. The student breaks what? The student breaks the promise. But if I change the noun into plural, if I make the noun as students, it becomes the students break the promise. So this is another activity, okay, that you have to do with all the verbs I have given you. It should be like the student comes, the students come. The teacher calls, the teachers call. The student breaks, the students break. So I have explained once again S plus V plus O. Okay, before I move on to S plus V plus A. I believe you have understood two things in this slide. One is that S plus V plus O. Okay, and the other one is subject verb agreement. Whenever you write a singular subject, you have, keep in mind people, is my noun or pronoun singular or plural? That should always be there very clear in my mind. If my noun is singular, okay, the verb should also be singular. Ana inga yes vandirken, you can ask me a question. The teacher calls, okay, but inga vande calls engiradhu da it's a singular verb. The teacher calls. Ana teachers, why teachers call? Because they call. I call, we call, you call, they call. He calls, she calls, it calls. So that is the logic that is operated in this slide. I believe you understood. Now let us take up under sentence structure. Okay, we are, as I said, we are seeing two things right now. One is subject verb agreement and the other one is sentence structure, which is S plus V plus A. Okay, S plus V plus A. So what is S plus V plus A? I generally like to call it konjam komika nyabaga vechikadukku apple 1. Apple 1. S plus V plus A is apple 1. Okay, what is object? Orange nu nyabathla vechikalam. Now S plus V plus A, we are calling it apple. Okay, yeah. So I have given you example, the same type of example. First I have given it to you with pronouns, then I have given it to you with nouns. Okay, so the first sentence is I speak softly. People can try asking questions. I speak what? It's wrong. I speak whom? No. So we are changing the question itself. So in an S plus V plus A sentence construction, the sentence answers three questions. Okay, what are the three questions it answers? How, when, where, how much? In the mari questions la answer panu. So don't get confused. Just three questions you remember to identify if a sentence is S plus V plus A. Okay, if a sentence is S plus V plus A, it has to answer these three questions. How, okay, where, when. So what you get as an answer is what you call an adverb. Okay, so S plus V plus A, what is A? A is adverb. What is the other name for you to remember A? It is apple 1. Apple 1. Apple 1 na I am going to talk to you about apple 2. That's the reason apple 1 is there. So the first sentence is I speak softly, we speak softly. I speak how? I speak softly. Softly says more about what? About talking, about speaking. How am I speaking? I'm speaking softly. So I speak softly, we speak softly, you speak softly, they speak softly. Okay, now I am writing it. Why am I writing separately for he, she, it people? Because we make mistakes. Why am I writing separately for he, she, it? Because we are also seeing subject verb agreement. Now for all these verbs, I, we, you, they, you said speak. But for he, she, it, you should not say speak. You should say speaks. That's the reason this activity or this particular exercise that we are doing is also subject verb agreement. So when it comes to he, she, it, which is a separate category, what is he, she, it? Once again I repeat, it's third person singular. Okay, so with third person singular, what do I write? He speaks softly. She speaks softly. It speaks softly. And it answers the question what? It answers the question how. Okay. Next, the teacher speaks softly. I have come to noun right now. Okay. Teacher is what noun? Singular. So teacher speaks softly. Okay. Speak now how? The teacher speaks how? The teacher speaks softly. The teachers. Now it has become plural. The teachers speak softly. This is what is called subject verb agreement. Next sentence. Singular. The student sits there. Next question another. Where? The student sits where? The student sits there. Okay. So the students sit here or there. Wherever, whichever place. So students sits there and our students sit there. You got it? Next, Sheba, again it is a noun. Sheba is a noun. Sheba prays daily. When? So daily is an adverb. Sheba prays daily. Prays when? Daily. Sheba and her friends pray daily. Now I made the noun into plural. How did I make Sheba into plural? How do you make Ravi into plural? How do you make Raja into plural? You add one more, two more, three more to that noun, it becomes plural. So Sheba and her friends pray daily. So this I don't want you to make any mistakes, people. So what we have seen right now is S plus V plus A. I believe you understood.